morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Capital remains tense over MCC issue. Clashes erupt between police and protesters open the agenda. CPN Maoist Center to vote against MCC. The party to quit government if the agenda is tabled forcefully. CPN Unified leader Khanal warns against forceful endorsement of MCC. The former Prime Minister says MCC not in interest of Nepal. Dozens killed in landslide near Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Brazilian president instructs government to deliver immediate support to those affected. And Matilda Football Club lifts back-to-back league title, defending champions with the league with 2 matches to spare. And now the news in detail. The streets of the capital remained tense throughout yesterday as the government made attempts to forcefully endorse the MCC grant agreement. The main crossroads of the capital remained tense, with clashes between the police and the protesters. Leaders and activists of various political parties staged a protest near the parliament based on the information that the government was preparing to table the MCC in the parliament for approval. Those involved in the protest include sister wings of the ruling parties. Situation remained tense in the Baneshwar area after clashes broke out between the police and the protesters. Transportation service along the Maitighar Tinkune road was affected due to the protest. Police used water cannon to stop protesters trying to enter the parliament building from the entrance near Min Bhawan. Most of the parties halted their agitation after the government did not include MCC agenda for the House business, but Rashtriya Prajatantra Party continued their protest. Police fired tear gas cells to disperse the crowd after they tried to forcefully enter the prohibited area. The ruling coalition partner CPN Maoist Center has decided to vote against the Millennium Challenge Corporation if it is tabled in the parliament in its current form. A report. A meeting of Parliamentary Party of CPN Maoist Center held yesterday morning at the party's office in Singadarbar concluded that they will not vote in favor of the MCC compact. The party decided to stick to its decision unless some of the provisions in MCC that were against the national interest were amended. The party also demanded unfair conditions to be removed. The meeting was chaired by CPN Maoist Center chairperson and Parliamentary Party leader Puspa Kamal Dahal. CPN Maoist Center Chief Whip Dev Gurung said that the party decided not to take forward the MCC agenda in its present form. If it is forcefully tabled in the parliament in the present form, the party will vote against the MCC compact, warned Gurung. The party was of the view that there should be national consensus regarding the American grant assistance to continue with it. The CPN Maoist Center has concluded that no agenda can be taken forward unless the parliament functions smoothly. Therefore, the party has stressed on smoothing running of the parliament. The CPN Maoist Center has also decided to urge the major opposition party, CPN UML, for its cooperation to run the parliament. Gurung also added that the CPN Maoist Center will withdraw from the government if the government unilaterally moves ahead with the MCC agenda. CPN Unified Socialist leader Jhalanath Khanal has warned the government not to endorse the MCC grant agreement forcefully. The former Prime Minister said that his party will not allow ratification of the US-funded project in its present form. Khanal said that the MCC cannot be passed without amendment. Speaking with reporters at the Parliament building yesterday, Khanal expressed concerns that the MCC grant agreement has provisions that are not in the best interest of the country and the people. He further said that attempts to pass the MCC forcefully will have severe repercussions.
यो सम्झौताभित्र गम्भीर र गम्भीरतम राष्ट्रिय हितका विपरीत कुराहरू छन्। त्यो कुरा नसचिकन र ती कुराहरूमा सुधार नभइकन यो एमसीसी पास हुन सक्दैन। यो लोकतन्त्रमा अनेकन विषयहरूमा बहस हुन्छ, विवाद हुन्छ र कतिपय कुराहरू मिल्दैन। असहमतिको विषयमा बल प्रयोग गरेर हुन्छ, धाकधम्की दिएर हुन्छ।
Leader Khanal said that his party has the right to protest the wrong decision of the government even though they are a part of the coalition government. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 454 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 974,493, while the number of active cases has dropped to 18,251. Coronavirus claimed 3 more lives across the country, taking the death toll to 11,905. Nepal is currently among top 56 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 79.78 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 42.75 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 417.93 million people across the world and claimed over 5.86 million lives. The Election Commission has urged the political parties to register their parties for the upcoming election. The Election Commission has opened party registration for the local election slated for May 13. According to the Commission, the registration has been opened effective from yesterday. The deadline for party registration is February 27. There are altogether 106 parties registered with the Commission. The Commission has announced registration for the local election as per the provision of the Annex 12 of the Political Party Regulation 2074 in line with Article 271 of the Constitution. The parties are required to fill the details of the party, including the name, short form, date of establishment, date of registration of the party with the Commission, address of the central office, correspondence address, telephone number, email address, and a website. And now the news from economic front. The Supreme Court has sought written clarification from the government for its failure to reinstate the sacked CEO of Nepal Tourism Board, Dr. Dhananjay Regmi. The Apex Court issued an order to the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation seeking written explanation for not implementing the court decision. Regmi has filed a contempt of court case against the government for not implementing the court's decision to reinstate him from the post. A single bench of Justice Kumar Regmi issued the order to the government seeking written explanation within 7 days. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 94 people have been killed in mudslides and floods that tore through the mountainous region of Brazil's Rio de Janeiro state, local authorities said. The disaster in the city of Petropolis followed 3 hours of torrential rain on Tuesday, and Rio de Janeiro Governor Claudio Castro said the number of dead could rise as searchers peeked through the wreckage. Almost 400 people have been left homeless, he said. It's devastating. We never could have imagined something like this, one fleeing resident, Elizabeth Lorenco, told the AFP news agency. She was clutching 2 bags in which she had stuffed some clothing when emergency officials ordered everyone in the area to evacuate. Some 25.8 centimeters, more than 10 inches of rain fell on the Petropolis area in the space of just 3 hours on Tuesday, almost as much as during the previous 30 days combined. When the rain was falling hardest, a huge amount of mud came pouring down the hillside and some tree branches fell on my house, said the 32-year-old manicurist on the verge of tears. A collision between 2 passenger buses killed 10 people Wednesday in central Sudan. The crash took place in the town of Para in the North Kordofan province on a highway linking the capital of Khartoum with the Darfur region. Police said in a statement it said that at least 30 others were injured, some of them critically. It said one of the buses overturned and blamed excessive speeding for the accident. Images circulating online showed the two buses cramped and one of them overturned by the roadside. Passengers and the luggage were scattered around them. Traffic accidents are common in Sudan, often the result of badly maintained roads and poor enforcement of traffic laws. Automobile accidents killed around 11,500 people in Sudan in 2019, the latest data available according to World Bank. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. The Machindra Football Club has clinched the title of Qatar Airways Martyrs Memorial A-Division League with 2 matches to spare. Machindra Football Club beat Saddobato Youth Club 1-0 during the 11th round match held at the Dasarath Chand Stadium. Tripureshwar on Wednesday to win back-to-back league title. Nurlan scored a second-half goal to ensure victory for Machindra Football Club. He scored in the 53rd minute, which turned out to be the deciding goal for the match. Machindra have garnered 29 points from 11 matches to go 9 points clear of second-placed Manang Mersangdi club. Manang have secured 20 points from 10 matches. Machindra Football Club are yet to face 3-star club in the 12th round match and Nepal APF Football Club in the final match of the 14-team competition. Saddobato have collected 15 points from 11 matches and are 6th in the league. Liverpool took a huge step towards the Champions League quarter-finals after scoring 2 late goals against Inter Milan in the San Siro. The Reds looked set for a goalless draw in the first leg in Italy until Brazil forward Roberto Firmino got to an end of Andrea Robertson's corner to head his side into the lead. Mohamed Salah added a second with a deflected effect from inside the box, which means Jurgen Klopp's Lions take a sizable advantage into the second leg at Anfield on 8 March. Italian champions Inter hit the bar through Hacker and were on top on long period for the second half before Firmino struck in the 75th minute. Liverpool scored from their only 2 attempts on targets and will be firm favourites to progress when the two sides meet in the deciding leg next month. It was a particularly memorable night for the midfielder Harvey Elliott, who became the youngest player ever to start a match in the competition for Liverpool at the age of 18 years and 318 days. The only negative on an otherwise on-beat night for the Reds was an injury to Portugal forward Diogo Jota, who was replaced by goalscorer Firmino at the start of the second half after suffering an ankle injury. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Capital remains tense over MCC issue, clashes erupt between police and protesters over the agenda. CPN Maoist Center to vote against MCC, the party to quit government if the agenda is tabled forcefully. CPN Unified Leader Kunal warns against forceful endorsement of MCC. The former Prime Minister says MCC not in interest of Nepal. Dozens killed in landslides near Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Brazilian president instructs government to deliver immediate support. And Machindra Football Club lifts back-to-back league title. Defending champions win the league with 2 matches to spare. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.